Please subscribe my channel, like, share and press the bell button. How to plan a weekend in Stavanger, where Norway's fjords collide with urban charm. Dipping its toes in the North Sea and peering into fjords, this Norwegian city is but a short hop away from the wilderness. On the southern cusp of the Lysefjord, in southwest Norway, Stavanger is where the country's coast begins to splinter into 1,000 islands, skerries, waterways and inlets. It's little wonder, then, that this city, the fourth largest in Norway, should have been defined by water, both geographically and culturally. It first made big bucks in fish canning, then in North Sea oil, as two of its main museums recount. Yet, today, it surprises visitors with newfound urban cool. While everyone raves about Bergen, Stavanger's northern, more famous neighbor, here you'll find fewer crowds in equally lovely cobbled alleys. Harborside cafes fizz with life, streets are splashed with Norway's finest street art, homegrown talent like Pobel and ... alongside big names like Banksy and Pure Evil, and ingenious chefs reach for Michelin stars. A weekend is enough for a taster, but you'll be kicking yourself if you didn't book that extra time off. Tag on an extra day or two to climb knife-edge, fjord-side cliffs or enjoy a blissfully silent night in an off-grid nature escape. The views from the boulder will make you want to linger for just a moment longer. Day 1, Fjords and Fine Dining. Morning. Wander around the old town, where the streets are lined with pretty timber houses, most from the 18th and early 19th centuries. Those on Fargegaten Street are painted in a rave of colors, while Gamla Stavanger has whitewashed, flower-draped alleys. Stop at Fisketorget in the Vegan Harbor for an early al fresco lunch. The menu reflects the day's catch, but fish cakes and shrimp sandwiches are delicious staples. Out front, you'll notice a sea-facing steel sculpture. Stavanger has 23, all based on a cast of sculptor Antony Gormley. Part of the Broken Column art project, they link up in a tour ending at the Kunstmuseum, the city's contemporary gallery. Afternoon. After a romp around town, you'll be itching to explore the fjord. Tour operator Fjord Events gets you out on the water with a windy 2-hour rib ride, with the last departure at 2:30 p.m., right from the harbor. You'll pelt across the water at speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, passing islands, crashing falls and cliffs razoring up to Pulpit Rock, the fjord's most famous crag. If you'd rather paddle under your own steam, take to the water in a canoe or kayak with Rogaland active, drifting in and out of inlets at the foot of the mighty cliffs. Few crowds and no engine noise ups the chances of sighting wildlife. 2. Look out for porpoises in the water, seals on the rocks and sea eagles wheeling above. Evening. Kickstart your evening at Industrial Chic Pijolter and Punts. It was nominated for Norway's Best Cocktail Menu at the 2023 Bartender's Choice Awards, and for good reason. Owner Truls Thompson whips up imaginative, season-led concoctions, from sea buckthorn martini to rhubarb spritz. Providing you booked weeks ahead, you can then take a seat at 10 Cover, Michelin-starred Sabio Makase, where chef Roger Hoya puts a Nordic spin on some of the best sushi in the country. Sit at the counter and marvel at the meticulous preparation of bite-sized dishes. Tuna nigiri with marinated seaweed, reindeer sashimi, flat oysters with salmon caviar, it's all sublime. Top 3 Back to Nature Escapes. The Boulder. These luxe lodges stand cliff edge above the fjord. Architects from Norwegian bigshot Snøhetta have applied minimalist flair to the glass-walled, high-ceiling spaces, dressed with sheepskins and Icon furniture. The fjord views are as riveting in winter storms as summer sun. Haukali, 33/3. Reidun Botnahagen welcomes guests on her grandfather's farm, on the shores of its very own cliff-rimmed lake, a 50-minute drive from Stavanger. Hike, wild swim or fish for trout on a rowboat before calling it a day in a turf-roofed husmandshuis, smallholder's cottage. Prekestolen Base Camp. Stay at this lakeside base camp to be the first up on Pulpit Rock. Sleep in a traditional hut or opt for the comfortable mountain lodge. Kayaks and paddleboards are available. The floating sauna is great for a post-hike unwind. Day 2, Culture and Cocktails. Morning. Start the day with organic coffee and a pastry at Boho Boker og Borst. Behind an ochre timber facade, this laid-back spot brims with color, pot plants and retro furniture, and there's a leafy courtyard out back. Next, dip back into the lanes of Gamla Stavanger, Old Town, to visit the recently revamped and expanded Norwegian Canning Museum, which shares a space with the Norwegian Printing Museum. Before Stavanger became the oil capital of Norway, canning was big business here. Housed in a former sardine cannery, the museum's interactive exhibits shed light on the entire process, from threading to smoking. You can even try your hand at sardine packing. Afternoon. Located in the glass-walled Stavanger Concert Hall, Speiserit has one of the best Sunday brunches in town. Rock up at midday, sit on the terrace overlooking the fjord and enjoy a feast of eggs and pastries, with meat and fish from the carvery. For a look at what made Stavanger's modern fortunes, close by is the Norwegian Petroleum Museum. The building itself is architecturally striking, designed to resemble bedrock. Inside, it taps into Stavanger's oil operations with hands-on exhibits, from a rescue chute to a catastrophe room, a pitch-black escape room used for safety training. Themes swing from cutting-edge technology to climate change. Evening. For drinks with a shot of Art Nouveau glamour, make for Salon du Nord at Hotel Victoria. With dark wood, high ceilings and polished marble, it's a sleek spot to converse over signature cocktails like the Receptionist, Tanqueray, peach, passion fruit, pineapple, lemon and egg white. Next, head to Sal, a modern rustic bistro opposite the cathedral. One of few restaurants open on Sunday evening, it has an ever-changing menu where regional, seasonal ingredients shine, from cucumber with oyster emulsion to sea buckthorn with dandelion and sorrel. All are paired with juices or natural wines, great for raising a toast to the end of your trip. The Norwegian Printing Museum hosts regular workshops that visitors can participate in.